Hey YouTubers, it's Mark again, back with a comparison review between the Apple AirPods Pro and the Sony WF-1000XM3 truly wireless earbuds. So I just made a video, it was a little lengthy, so I deleted it, and I'm going to make just a quicker video on a comparison of these two truly wireless earbuds and how I like them, keeping them in my bag for when I travel as a pilot. So if you're an avid traveler or a professional pilot who spends a few days on the road at a time and is looking for a music solution or something to listen to podcasts or audiobooks while you're on the road, this might be the video for you. So I'll keep it shorter and sweeter this time. Sorry guys that the last video was so long. What do I like better? Well, I like the Sonys better. So I'll tell you why. A little bit of a backstory. I bought the Apple AirPods Pro before the Sony. We'll call them M3s from here on out because, hey Sony, change the name. I had the Bose SoundSports wireless earbuds before the Apple AirPods Pro, and I also have the Apple AirPods Original and the AirPods 2. And you can watch the other videos I have on those to see whether I like those or not. But I bought the Sonys as basically the last purchase I made as far as a wireless earbud was the Sonys, and they've been out longer than the AirPods Pro. They've been out, I think, around a year now. But I actually like them better overall than the AirPods Pro. Why? They're more comfortable. For me personally, these are more comfortable earbuds. Why? The rounded ear tip. Okay, so let's take a look at the AirPods Pro. You've seen a million reviews on the Apple AirPods Pro. But you can see this oval or oblong ear tip shape versus the rounded ear tip of the Sony M3s. I actually like the way that fits in my ear better than the Apple AirPods Pro. The AirPods Pro are still comfortable, but I get a little bit of a, I don't know, what do you want to call it, ear fatigue, I guess, or a little bit of fatigue or soreness in the ear after wearing the AirPods Pro for an extended period of time. But I can wear these all day and I barely feel them. They don't come out or they don't fall out of the ear like I thought they might compared to the AirPods Pro. I don't think they'd be great for strenuous workouts or like extreme workouts, but certainly fine for the treadmill. Certainly fine for street biking. I wouldn't maybe not use them for off-road activities, but nonetheless, I like these better than the AirPods Pro. One of the shout out to whoever asked this question. I should have looked up the name, but they asked how an active noise canceling earbud would do for environments like doing an aircraft walk around. So you're in a high noise environment, lots of jets or prop driven aircraft around you, and you want to have some noise protection or hearing protection for those situations. So I hadn't used them before like that, and I did after the person asked the question, and I actually really like truly wireless earbuds as kind of a noise suppression option for doing things like aircraft walk around or just being outside near airplanes. I mean, it might work for like something like air shows, things like that as well, but really like them for doing aircraft walk arounds, and I used both the AirPods Pro and the Sony M3s for that. Both worked really well. Why I like the Sonys better also is the active noise canceling. It's actually a little bit more robust than the AirPods Pro, so it's a little bit more powerful as far as the active noise canceling goes. But what I will say is that the Sonys, the way they transition, because they have an adaptive noise canceling, just like the Apple AirPods Pro, but the Sonys kind of have they don't have a seamless transition like the AirPods Pro. So like when you go from a quiet environment like inside your house to then you walk outside and mow the lawn, the adaptive noise canceling will change to meet that environment. So it'll actually get more powerful and have more of a noise canceling effect. The AirPods Pro, you don't notice it. It's just seamless. It changes. I forgot what. It's some crazy, like it checks 20 times a second for the noise environment and then adapts accordingly. The Sonys, you'll actually hear a pause. You'll get an alert on the companion app. We'll talk about the companion app in just a second. But The companion app will tell you, adaptive noise canceling activated, and it'll change the environment. So it's got a few different like presets if you select that on the companion app, like to where it senses if you're sitting and it's quiet, or it senses if you're walking, or if you're running, or higher noise stuff. Basically things that would affect the outside microphone, or that the outside microphone on the Sonys would detect. There's the microphone there. Sorry, there's the microphone there. That senses the noise environment and then adjusts accordingly. So you get it kind of it's not as seamless as the Apple AirPods Pro. Not a big deal, but like when you're listening to music and the environment changes, you'll get kind of like a half-second pause, and then you'll notice that the sound environment changes, i.e. it gets quieter in the earbud because the sound or the active noise canceling has increased, or it gets louder because it's decreased because it's sensed you're in a quiet environment. Not a big deal. Talking about the companion app, I actually kind of like it. It's nice for the Sonys. Apple doesn't really have a companion app. You have to go into the Bluetooth settings to change things, which is fine. That's the Apple ecosystem, and it works fine. And there's not a whole lot of things you can change in there. There's a few things, but not a whole lot. The Sonys are a little more robust in the changes you can make in the companion app. So you can turn that adaptive noise canceling off and just keep it on, the highest noise canceling setting. Phone calls worked really well. FaceTime worked really well. Call quality wise, I made a few phone calls like in noisy environments like a mall or the terminal area, things like that in between flights, and it worked fine. Family could hear me fine. Thought it sounded great. One comment was even like that it didn't even sound like I was on wireless earbuds. So that's really good. That's a good testament to how good these earbuds are. So if you're in the market for either one, you can't go wrong with either one. I think the sound quality is a little bit better on the Sonys. They both focus on the mids. That's just, I think that's kind of the way wireless earbuds are. The Sonys, without the equalizer on, tend to focus on the mids and have a little bit of high highlights there. Lows on both of them are not great. The lows might be a little bit better on the Sonys, but that's negligible. The sound quality is okay on both. You're not as an audiophile, you're not going to be impressed with either one, but the sound quality is probably a little bit better on the Sonys overall. A little crisper highs. It's definitely mid-focused, whereas the AirPods Pro is heavily mid-focused. But for call quality, audiobooks and all that kind of stuff works great. They pair up really fast, so if the A1 chip on the Apple AirPods Pro is like your determining factor for buying them, the Sonys will pair up even before I get them in my ear. So by the time I take it out, put it in my ear, it's already paired, and I actually miss the. There's a lot of audio prompts with the Sonys, so it'll say Bluetooth connected, or a host of other things, connection lost or whatever. So that phone connected or connected prompt I'll miss because it connects before I even get it in my ear. So the A1, that's great that they can say, it pairs really fast to your iPhone or whatever, but the Sonys pair seamlessly and flawlessly every time you take them out. If you want to use just one, a lot of times I'll pull just the right one out, put it in my ear, make a phone call if I want to have like FaceTime but not have it on speaker. That works fine too. So if you want to pull just one out and use it, works great. And then if you want to use the second one later on, you put it in and it just pairs, and then you'll get the whatever sound you're doing, you'll get out of both ears. So overall, really like these. They're $229 versus the AirPods $249. So if you're in the market for either one, you can't go wrong with either one. I really do like the Sonys though. I think they're overall a great earbud. Light workouts work fine. They last an entire 4-day trip for me under normal use. I think I've been seeing about 5 hours out of these overall, maybe more. They're better battery life than the AirPods Pro. I'm getting about 4 hours out of the AirPods Pro. So on a typical 4-day trip, I'll use them a few times a day. I'll use it maybe an hour a day, 2 hours a day max. Probably about an hour a day though. But I usually find that when I'm getting on the employee bus at the end of a 4-day, I'll pop the AirPods in and it'll be like, oh, it's charged 60% or something like that. So the case has been depleted, but the earbuds are not fully depleted, that they have some charge left. And then I'll go home and charge them. The Sonys have a little bit better charge maybe an hour or two better. So if you have any questions in the comments, if you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer it. But overall, like the Sonys better. To recap, better call quality, better audio quality, better active noise and adaptive noise canceling, flawless connectivity, nice companion app, and overall just a great set of truly wireless earbuds. Thanks for watching.